Branis Ventan. Bran is Ventan. Branis is a Ventan. Bran is vent face. Maybe vent face. It says a vent on his face. Bran is vent face. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, you reviewer. Who, me? Yes, you. Are you making fun of my name? Say my name right. Or what? Or I'll eradicate your ass, reviewer. Damn, dude, chill out. How'd you get your box anyway? I'm an Ultramarine. I can do whatever I want. Now get on with my review. Why go over here so they can't see me? I wish I didn't see you. That's enough of your smart mouth, reviewer. Now get to review. Now. Alright, dude, chill. Jeez. Smart ass little toys, I swear, are expensive, ungrateful little pieces of plastic. Ugh. Welcome back to Black Skies Reviews. In this review, under terroristic threats and the fear for my life, I need to do a review for the Joytoy Warhammer 40K Ultramarines Primaris Eradicator Branis Ventan. I know the camera's shaking, but I'm scared. This guy's threatening to eradicate me, so I'll try to calm down for a second and hold the camera better. Sorry, guys. For all you package collectors, this is from the box that it comes in. These are recommended for ages 15 and up and are for adult collectors. These are 1/18 scale figures. And so let's finish take a look at the box, and we'll take a look at that mean little figure. Here's the back of the box. It shows the product statement. We do have the product images. On the one side we have the small ones, so the front, the back, the close-up, and a very large product image of the figure and the accessories you get. Very cool. Here's the top of the box, bottom of the box, side of the box, other side of the box. Here's our action figure inside the packaging. Okay, here's our action figure outside the packaging. It looks pretty cool, and it looks pretty mean. It's the first time we're seeing him, so, you know, let's take a look at him. He's one of the 3 Eradicators for the Ultramarines that are available. The heavy helmet, pretty cool. Got the red eyes, the silver vents throughout. Kind of has a Stormtrooper side pieces there. Some silver there. He's in this cylinder piece here to protect his head. Really hard to rotate. You probably could get it 360 if you wanted to force it, but I don't think I got it stuck. Alright, so it can move back and forth, side to side a little bit. The pauldrons are just like painted on, got the gold trim around them. They do move pretty decently for the most part. He's a big boy. For this arm, he just has basically he has a red and silver button with green and blue buttons. His arms do rotate 360 all the way around. Do have the bicep cut 360, double jointed elbows. His hands can go up and down, back and forth, all the way around and in between. And the other arm is pretty much the same thing, but it just has kind of like this panel that's closed here instead of the one that's where it's open. That's pretty cool. Just get his arms up and out of the way. And I tell you what, he's pretty well fluid on his joint tolerances. So chest articulation, he can go back, yay, side to side, rotation at the waist. And you can see I just knocked off that pouch there, which we'll put back on here in a second. But he has a knife here that's removable, nice sleeve, nice blade, little blood letter right there, it's pretty cool. Black handle, pretty nice. Then we have a box with his box of bones in it. Pretty cool. That's also removable. It's just pegged into his belt. We have a gun case with a non-removable pistol grip in there, and this little pouch piece that fell off. It just can peg in one of these 2 holes. Your choice. You have options if you'd like to. And there's also rotate. Nothing much to see on the front besides it has a heavier armor, heavier feet. We do have these hoses in the back. Pretty flexible
with the black wash on them. Don't really split too much. Figure that way. Sitting's not bad for a big guy. He has thigh articulation, double joint knees. That's kind of, it bends, but it hoses kind of kick it back. Feet pivot down and up, side to side, toe articulation up. Pretty cool. That's kind of like the high heel thing going on with his feet. Don't tell him I said that. I think I'll be calling him a name or something. Pretty cool looking figure. It's definitely a heavier, obviously, armor, so it's pretty decent. His hands are pretty stiff, but see if we can get him to hold his knife, which I'm kind of leery about letting him have his knife, but we'll see what happens. Pretty cool. Holds it pretty well. Too bad. So it comes with an alternate head option. This unhelmeted head basically with the vent on his face and these pretty cool looking gunmetal hoses and cylinder there. Pretty nicely detailed and painted. The hair is sculpted and painted very nicely. It has the textures and the flow like it just come back. Some black wash over it. It's the back of it. And it does have a pig. Now, it is, on some of these figures, like these ones here with these heads sit down in some kind of protective armor, they're really a beast to get out. I mean, you have nothing really to grab. I mean, best choice to do is you're going to have to heat it up and try to get a hold of it. I wouldn't recommend using any kind of tools or anything because you're going to put marks in your figure. I'm not going to go ahead and try to attempt that, but you can definitely see what it would look like basically with it. So it's just it's a bear to get that to come out, and then get that to back in is actually very challenging. Alternate hands, a gripping hand, his open hand, his pointing hand, and his fist hand. So he has 4 options there for his hands. Now for his primary weapon is pretty massive. This thing's huge. It's very cool. It's a flamethrower type. On the top here we do have a retractable handle that's articulated. So pretty cool. The skull wings there, like on his chest. Here's like the flame end. Some gunmetal hose throughout. The barrel there. Sure. It's a little cleaner on that side, so I don't have as much detail. Down here with these nice connectors. They connect the 2 black hoses. These couplers here on the hoses, pretty cool. Gets us into his power pack. This is all connected, it's not removable. This power pack's pretty awesome. It's actually a bigger version from the normal Ultramarines. But we still have the vents here in gunmetal with the studs throughout. But you have the extra sculpting there. More plates on top of that vent. We have this piece here at the metal plastic hose. It's the sculpted piece. Then we have another box of bones, boner in a box. Spike here, pretty decent. So this is pretty much how it looks. The only thing about this is quite irritating with the getting the hold because of the tension of the hose basically. But you can see how it has these extra collar pieces here that were hugs that piece, unlike the normal Ultramarines. It kind of like fits in there and it sits at a really cool angle, like that. So it gives him like it kind of pushes out the back. Just pretty cool. A lot of detail there, so that's really nice. Well, realism, you got the metals, which is really nice. So it gives it a really nice overall feel. I'm even going to take this off him because he's freaking me out with it right now. So, let's see here. Let's see if I put this back. Fits really nice in there. It stays very snugly. And so basically you gotta get this gun, and you can always start to feel the friction in the bend ratio there. So it's not pretty when you try to do it at first, but it's really not this isn't a perfect fit, in my opinion. It just The scale this thing is, obviously it probably is this way in the Warhammer world, but for functionality, I don't think there's a lot of really good options here to hold this massive weapon. Maybe we should try with this one first. Because every picture you kind of see him holding it here, and these hands are super stiff, so those thumbs are a pain. So, let's see if we go over the top maybe. There we go. Okay, over the top, and nice that that moves so you can give you some options of trying to get into this hand. You can see how tough this is. It's quite a pain because you got to get the right angle. The backpack fell off, so that's a good thing because it gives me a little bit of freedom for his hands. I don't think this hand's big enough to actually hold that weapon very well. Yeah, so if you can get that finger in there, I just don't think it's long enough, as you can see there. So very carefully we try to bring this bad boy up and around, and as soon as I start twisting it, it's going to push out on the gun and probably knock it out of his hand, but we're going to go for it. And we're going to take that for right now and let you guys figure out the rest. Maybe I'll do a video of all three of them together for a comparison and see if I can work in with the extra hair dryer to see how he looks. Well, there's your Ultramarine Eradicator number 3. Mr. Branis Ventan. He's pretty cool. I like him. I recommend him, except the cons are getting him to hold that weapon. So that's probably the hardest thing. And getting the head sculpts, switched out is probably the toughest thing. But other than that, it feels good. Tolerances feel good on his joints, so it doesn't like it's going to break. They flow. That's a good thing. So hope you guys like this review. If you do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. And I will see you in our next review.